Start messy, but just start is the title of this video. And it's the theme. Whatever you're doing, if you're a creator, if you are a spiritualist, if you are whatever you identify as, start. Whatever you do, just start. It don't have to be structured, because to whose standard? Sometimes as humans, we get caught up in this perfectionist game. And the perfectionism is just a bunch of projections. All it is a bunch of people who told you something about something that they themselves, they're reinforcing social structures that really are not real. These social structures are not real. Basically, a lot of times we can wait for validation from others, or we can feel like we're not good enough to do something or go for something because of what we were told as kids, or limiting beliefs. Because a true audience, if someone really resonates what you're talking about, what you're expressing, they're going to hear the message. They're going to see deeper than something that is on the outside. At least my audience, the audience I want to cultivate, is one who sees things deeper than just the flesh, or sees something deeper than just the physical. So that's me, right? If you are in a position where you don't know what type of audience you want to connect with, or what you want to do, or how you want to express yourself, that's okay. Again, start messy. Trial and error. Trial and error is the best teacher, because at times we could be in our ego. Our ego is like, I have to protect my image. I don't want to be online and look corny. Who standard? Because I feel like one of the corniest things you can do is to conform to different ideologies and be trendy. That's my ideology of corny. See, everyone thinks different, right? So just how I just thought that somebody may think the people who are deeper thinkers and are more philosophical are corny. Neither are wrong, but ultimately one sees from a different point of view. It's like a a dog sees differently than a bird, or a cheetah sees different than an owl. They're It's like comparing apples to oranges, you know? So my point is understanding that a lot of things is perceptions, a lot of things is projections, and living a more full life, a more truthful life, truthful to yourself, because you're abandoning yourself every time you conform to what someone else deems comfortable, because you're trying to be safe for the next person, for the next people, for the next trend, or whatever the case may be. You trying to be trendy and do everything everyone else is doing is going to be the thing that limits you from truly growing. I want to be honest with you. I'm your friend. I am someone who doesn't want anything but for you to reach your fullest potential. And in order for me to do that, or in order for you to do that, I have to be honest. I would never sell you short, or beat around the bush. You gotta say it how it is, and be honest, right? You don't need anyone's validation to be successful. You are already a success. First of all, the first thing first, you're already successful. You're already enough. Your value is innate because you're a human that breathes. You're a human. Your value is innate because you're a human that breathes. And that's something that I want you to know. That I want that to know. Don't know it here. Know it here. Your value is innate. And I want you to tell yourself this. Your value is innate because you're a human that breathes. Your value is innate because you're a non-physical being having a physical experience. You're a spiritual being having a physical experience. That's why your value is innate, because you are alive. You breathe. Something, an intelligence greater than you, created a person like you, a being like you. Something created us. Whatever that something is, it has many names. Created us to be here and have this experience, and that's why your value is innate. And reinforce this to yourself every day, because you don't want to get caught in the trap of thinking that you need someone else to tell you this, because it gets to a point where you're not going to even need to hear this from me or from anyone to give you validation. I find myself slowly getting out of that, consuming content, and now producing more content. You are a producer. You're a producer. You're not a consumer. You are the creator. And I say this with the utmost intentions, because ultimately, I don't do this for likes and clicks and views. I do this because I genuinely want to see people grow. I genuinely want to see my own growth. This is like my channel is like a blog to me, a video blog. It's literally showcasing my own growth. I could rewatch my own videos and go back and be like, wow, that was me 3 months ago. That was me 4 months ago. That was me a year ago. And wow, look how I've changed. Look where I came from. It's like, and then we're on this journey together. So we're growing together. This is why I created Divinely Modified for. So we can grow together. This isn't just about me, right? I created this for a sense of community as well, and to connect with like minds, those who want to see their innermost limits, see where their potential be fulfilled. And it starts by starting messy, or starting from just start. It starts by starting. And I understand the fear that can be involved in starting when you have been programmed a lot of your life to think small, be limited, be, play it safe. But understand, protection becomes a prison. I'm gonna say that again. Protection becomes a prison. When you play it small, when you play it safe, you're playing in your comfort zone. But there's no growth in comfort. Leaning into the discomfort is uncomfortable, right? But on the other side of that discomfort is where the magic truly begins. When you truly unfold into, it's like a flower blossoming. I made a video yesterday and I spoke about this. This may be your season of blossoming. This may be your season where you're blossoming, where you're realizing these things, where you're coming to this ideology, where you're understanding this about yourself. Our egos can be in our way. Our persona, our sense of self can be on our way. It can tell us like, oh, we have to conform. Oh, we have to do it this way. And if it's not in this way, then it's not valid. Or if whatever, a bunch of ifs, buts, excuses. And all of it is fear. Your ego, a lot of times, our ego, my ego, is one of fear. It's trying to protect me. But that it does the protection out of fear, right? We build these identities and these boundaries and borders within our own minds and hearts, because sometimes creating those things can feel safe. Then maybe it was a time in our life where we gave this energy freely, and then maybe we failed. Maybe we did it. Maybe we failed 9 times, and our brainstem, our lower brain, our amygdala, our fear center has taught our nervous system to flinch and associate our true self, our self that is expressive, with pain or negativity or something that's bad. those two things do not equal each other. Your true self is your most beautiful self. Your authentic self is your most beautiful self. When you start messy, when you start raw, when you start real, you build a certain type of community that is like, okay, wow, vulnerable. Okay, he real. He not trying to be nobody but him. She's not trying to be like nobody but her. You are that you are. I am that I am. We are what we are. And that is it is just is. It's be, human being. When you be, think being is a double entendre, right? Because being is stillness, but being is what is natural. When you're saying, "Oh, I'm just being," that means I'm just natural, whatever flowing. I'm not trying to be nobody else. I'm not fighting my natural self to conform to opinion of a projection of someone who most likely is ignorant and doesn't know about deeper things or whatever they think what they think they know, because a true genius or a true genius knows that he knows nothing. I've seen those things, and I know that's a little cliche because that's something that people say all the time. Oh, genius, a real genius don't need know nothing. But the one thing you know for certain, you know to be yourself. You know who you are. Knowing who you are. That's the only thing that is truly real and that you could ever truly know is yourself. Because everything outside of you is a projection. Your internal world is the real world. And that's the place where when you speak from that, people feel it. People can feel when somebody being authentic. People can feel when they wearing a mask and pretending to be someone or not. At least I can. I know when like, oh, he doing what everybody else. Oh, he's just trying to be trendy. Oh, okay. Oh, that's really him. That's really her. That's she doing her big one. Like I see it. I see her raw nature of her being herself. She's not trying to be nobody else. She don't care about what nobody else think. That's the most powerful shit. I'm trying to tell you. When you really yourself, people can feel it, bro. When you're really yourself, you don't care about that validation. You're not trying to impress nobody. You're really just speaking from your heart. People feel that shit, bro. So that's why, like, the main topic is start in messy, because messy is authentic. Messy is real. Messy is raw. Messy is it's just is. It's just being your natural self. So I think you get the message. I feel like I beat it into your mind for 13 minutes. So I hope you learned something. I'm grateful for this experience. If you resonated, please like and subscribe. Thank you. Gratitude. Divinely Modified. I'm out.